Hello, everybody, and welcome to the AMPM podcast. My name is Manny Coates, and I will be your host, and this is the show where we discuss all things Amazon private label and how to generate recurring revenue streams 24 hours per day during the AM and the PM, hence the name of the show. Get it? AMPM podcast. As a matter of fact, I recently finished up my car racing season for 2017, and in the last race, my car overheated and I was unable to finish the race. But while I was limping my car back to the paddock, I was making money. How cool is that? Pretty cool, I think. Hey everybody, Manny Coates here, and I'm joined by Norman Farrar. How are you doing, Norman?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I am excellent. I am ready to talk about the week in review. We had a lot of people that liked our last episode that we did, and there's always new things going on with Amazon. And I think we've got a list of things that we're going to talk about. I'm going to switch over to my screen so we can do that. But we just got through Cyber Monday, and before that, Black Friday. How was that for you?
Oh, it's great. Those coupons, we'll get into that in a bit, but those coupons were great. Lots of great conversion, but sales overall were incredible. We almost doubled last year's.
Awesome. Yeah. If you guys missed it, we talked about some the new coupons that Amazon has. We had our best day. I mean, Black Friday ended up being our best day, and then Cyber Monday was our best day ever since I've started doing Amazon, and we weren't running any kind of no coupons deals, no lightning deals, no anything. I just kind of wanted to see how everything went, and we're pretty blown away. And part of that was, I don't know if you saw, we posted up a blog post just today though on this, is how I generated $39,000 on two brand new products in 4 days. And it was what was it, 13? I'm looking over here. I don't remember. I think it was 13,000. I don't have it in front of me. $13,000 in profit over those 4 days, and each of those products only had 2 reviews. So pretty cool, the power of launching something the correct way, and in a very competitive niche. I
think it just goes to show you can be in a competitive niche and make it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think people just have to, there's a formula, right? I mean, everybody does things differently, but for me, it comes down to math. And I think if you know the numbers, then you can make things work. You just got to know what it takes. So that was pretty cool. But why don't you start us off with some new stuff? What's new this week? Well,
just following what you were talking about, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, the new sales are crazy. So I got this off of Shopify. They had a report that every minute there was $1.2 million in sales, which doubled last year, which was $555,000 in sales every minute. Not bad.
That's crazy. That's about right for us. I can imagine for you. We just about doubled Cyber Monday over last Cyber Mondays for last year. By the way, before I forget, because I just realized, I said the blog site, and since this is the AMPM podcast, people are going to get confused. This was on the helium10.com blog site. So it's helium10.com/blog. There we go. Done. But anyways, Cyber Monday was crazy. So double, huh? So what was it? 1 million?
1.2 million compared to 555,000 last year. Is that crazy?
You got to prep for next year. I'm going to be doing some new things for Cyber Monday, because I was just talking to some guys that we actually know, and I'm like, how much did you sell? And they're like, only like $260,000. So I'm like, oh my gosh, in 1 day. That's just crazy. So anyways.
Well, I got a bit of an update, and this is really cool, and I've got to give all the credit to your buddy, Kevin, our buddy, Kevin King. I was talking to him last night about this. And I was blown away. So I was doing the Toronto ASM group, and he did a presentation, and we were talking about, at the end of it, about the digital coupons. So I had a bit of a problem because I didn't read the fine print about it had to be the lowest dollar value over the last 30 days. So some of my coupons got suppressed. Not a big deal. We got through it, and they did really well. But what was incredible, Kevin said, you know what, you're spending too much on it. I said, what are you talking about? It's 60 cents, right? Well, if you register them through AMS, I checked it out, I verified it today. It's 17 cents plus a redemption charge. You save 40 cents.
Really?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So all you have to do is just go to your AMS if you're registered with it, Amazon Marketing Services, if you're there, or Vendor Express, and you're going to save 40%. Or you're going to save 35, 40 cents. Yeah, and so the other thing that was kind of cool, this isn't a hack or anything, but it's a really great program. I found this app. I started using it. It's a little buggy right now because I think it's still in beta. But on AppSumo, if you go to AppSumo today, I think it's 24 hours left. If you don't, I'm going to give the website too. But there's this thing called Step Shot Guide. It's like $39 on AppSumo right now. They're doing a special on it. I bought it. I started playing around with it. And what's really cool with this, especially if you're doing standard operating procedures, it follows your mouse click. So if you're doing something, you don't have to take screenshot after screenshot. All you have to do is run the program, and let's say you're doing coupon layers. You just go from one screen to the next screen to the next screen, and it does it. It cuts it for you. And then when you go to edit it, it just says, what do you want to title it, instructions, and you've got your standard operating procedure right there, built in seconds. Really awesome. Cool product. Yeah.
That is cool.
If you can't get it at AppSumo, because if you're not watching this right away, you can go to, I think it's called stepshot.net guides, stepshot.net. Okay, and then it's there, and it's not expensive at all.
Hey, I want to jump back real quick to the Cyber Days, Black Friday, Cyber Monday. What did you do with your pay-per-click by chance? Did it go crazy?
Oh, like we turned off our Facebook. Our costs were going through the roof. Wasn't making any sense for us. So this is the first time we've done it. We actually turned off all Facebook ads.
Okay, so cool. We're kind of along the same mindset then. A lot of people were either teaching or people were doing. They're like, hey, everybody's prepping and they're ramping up their bids, because they know there's going to be a lot of people ramping up their budgets. And I heard a lot of people lost a lot. I did the opposite. You went even one step further. You turned yours off, but I went in. I had set my budgets, and leading up to that, I was lowering them quite drastically. And I figured, you know what? If people search for the stuff, I'll get some low CPC cost clicks. And I still maxed out. I still hit all my budgets, but it was like, I don't know, 1/3 the cost. Yeah. So that probably helped with some of the sales. So just, it's something that you can do differently, guys, than what is always taught out there. Just kind of play around with things. You don't always have to follow what everybody else is doing. I thought it was interesting.
Yeah, and that's cool. I wish I would have done that.
Yeah. Did you hear? Was it the ASM events? Amazing. Just changed their name to SellerCon. Did you see that?
I saw that. Wow. Yeah, I didn't know if that was just the name of the conference, but
no. I think for the conference, yeah. So instead of it being ASM, I don't know, the amazing event, they changed it to SellerCon. So if you guys haven't gone to those events, you should. They're pretty cool. Norm spoke at the last one.
Yeah.
So that was cool. A lot of cool people going there. They're big events, and this one's going to be in Orlando. So I like the owners over there. Everything's, I don't know, it's pretty cool. Check it out. Oh, and speaking of conferences, we have the Illuminati Mastermind live conference event as well, guys. 125 people. That's in January. Mentioning it now because there's not a lot of time. It's 2 months away. 125 people, and that's at the island of Kauai, Hawaii. I've never been. Should be pretty cool. Norm and I are going to be there. It's going to be cool. It's going to be fun. I hope you guys join us. It's more of a high-level event, expensive event, I would say. But yeah, come out. That's at IlluminatiMastermind.com if you guys want to check it out.
Yeah, and we can't really stress the importance of events. To go there to network. Like the content is great. I'm talking about any event you go to, an ASM event or the Illuminati event. I found the content to be really great. Like it was fantastic. One of the best events I've ever been to in my life. But it's also the networking. Like how many top sellers were there and how many people were sharing information. It was cool.
Yeah, very, very cool. So guys, go to events. If it's not our event, go to somebody's event. But yeah, do the networking. It's going to be really, really worth your time in the long run. What do you have for us next?
Well, you know what? I don't know if we were just talking about this. This isn't really, I just found out about this. I was going back to you and saying, hey, the hashtag's not working anymore. I said, I found a hack for it. You got to do the British pound sterling symbol. And then it turns out that I turned on my Amazon and the hashtag was working again. And then what did you do?
Yeah, so I mean, one of the things, if you guys don't know what we're talking about, you can essentially go into the search results, the search field on Amazon. And if you put the hashtag first and then put a space and then your search term, normally the auto suggest starts with the letter that you're typing in. So like if you type in dog, it'll bring up everything with dog. But if you put the hashtag in front first, then it might actually say, premium dog bowl or whatever. It doesn't start with D always in that scenario. So what Norm's talking about is, you put that hashtag and then it starts doing that, but you don't really need to use a hashtag. You can pretty much use just about anything. We were just talking about, I'm like, use an exclamation point, stick it in front of there, and it does the same thing. So I think you do exclamation points, maybe the $sign, the @ sign. I haven't tested them all, but they all pretty much do the same thing. But Helium 10's magnet tool does this automatically for you guys. So if you put in a keyword, it'll pull all that for you. It'll do it to thousands of keywords at once. All right, so I don't have too much else on my side. What do you got?
All right. This was, I had a couple people call me about flat files, and the troubles they were trying to figure out where to get them. They couldn't find them. And so I just took a look at it, and I don't have any problems usually finding flat files, but I did find something new when I was doing some research for these guys. So I went in. So if you're trying to upload a new product, I always use a flat file. And so I would normally go into the into manage inventory, upload a file, and it says download. Or add a file, download it. Forget what the exact thing is. It's the tab at the very beginning. And anyways, what you do is you can find the category that you want to go to and figure out your template. It's usually just a straight walkthrough. Well, what they've done is they've hidden the inventory file tab. So when you go in there, normally you would just go in there and it would be there. You could look at your specific category. And anyways, man, I can't even talk about this. I know exactly what I'm saying, and I can't get it out of my bloody mouth tonight.
And no worries. We're just live. That's all.
Yeah.
No. Go for it. You're doing well.
Okay, so you want to go in and you want to get an inventory file. So to get a general inventory file, the best way to do it is you scroll down to the bottom of the page. It's going to say inventory files. You click on the tab, and it's going to say pick a specific category. Then you're going to click that. It's going to open up into a pop-up window, and you pick a specific category. So if you're in beauty, you can pick it. The issue is it's a broad file. Like, it's just general beauty. There's a new feature in there. It's been around you could do it very specifically before, but they've added a little feature in there that's kind of cool. So when you go into the module, so when you go into to add or upload your inventory, which there's 3 tabs. You go to the far left, which is to pick the category. You pick a category. Well, let's use microdermabrasion tools. Okay, something very specific. I can type that in. It's going to come down with the categories that it will specify for microdermabrasion tools. You hit the plus sign, and then it comes up with this new thing that it could say light, advanced, or custom. So now you can hit the advanced button, and you get a very, it's more specific to your niche. So it's better than the broad template, which is very easy to download. You just have to dig around a little bit, but it's to the keyword. It's to, so you can just click it. It comes up. It says light, advanced, and customize. And now you've got the template for your flat file. So the other thing that I was just kind of playing around with is I was talking with Dan over at Thomason. And they literally came out about an hour ago with a new concept, a new addition to what they're doing with their influencer marketing. And, we know there's lots of guys out there doing influencer marketing and that can help with this, that can help Amazon sellers with this. But I've used the Thomason app before. I like it. And one of the things that I like about this is that now when you go open up a campaign and you do your coupons, or if you do any type of influencer marketing, it tells you, rate the content, rate your influencer. So now influencers you can see, like when you go down and you pick the specific influencer that you want, how good their content is. What are they going to be posting? How have they done it in other reviews? And these are rated by the people who are using them. The other thing that they're doing now, this is really cool. So Thomason is changing their focus just a little bit. They're getting more into social curation. So when anybody does a review, or if you type in a hashtag and you want to pull in a certain keyword, it'll curate social posts for you. And now they have a button beside, like in the campaign, and you could just hit social posts, and it'll pull in every influencer's review about that campaign. And then you can just post it to your Facebook page or any other type of social media. It's a really handy tool to have. I always try to post a lot on our Facebook. I don't overdo it, but at least once a week, I'm trying to give out like really positive reviews, and some of these guys, like the influencers, you're thinking, okay, they're going to write something. They'll do incredible videos, almost like a product video. And okay, great. I'm going to post that here. I'll post that over here. Yeah, it's a little bit of juice.
Well, that's great. That's what I love about these podcasts that we're hopefully going to be doing on a regular basis, is that we can get in and out in under 20 minutes and just talk about what's new. A lot of the stuff that's going to be coming from Norm, guys, is going to be like all this cool stuff that he's using for his business. I do have an FBA business, but a lot of my stuff is, with the podcast and the software side with Helium 10. So I'll be talking obviously about that kind of stuff. I'll probably finish off with one last thing. I don't know if I mentioned on the last one of these that we did, guys. But a lot of you guys are using, I have two things actually. Cerebro, now, if you guys are doing like keyword research and you're using Cerebro, which is for, finding keywords with an ASIN, what was complicated for me and what I didn't like was I like to go after like 4, 5, 6 different ASINs and pull up all the keywords, and then I'd have to combine them all from all the different searches. Now, guys, you can do your 5 searches, and then you can just go into the history, and then you can select the 5 that you just did, and then hit view or export them, and you can see everything filtered and deduped at once. So instead of having 1,000 searches for this ASIN here, 1,000 keywords, and then 1,500 over for this one and 400 for this one, it puts them all together. So it makes it nice. And I just used it right now to create some PPC campaigns, some sponsored ad campaigns, very quickly, and you can sort by traffic volumes and stuff like that. It's super powerful, and I'm sure by tomorrow, I'll probably have made an extra $1,000 or something just off that one campaign, if it does what I think it's going to do. So pretty cool. And then I saw, this is more of on the negative side, guys. I saw somebody in our Facebook group post that they got taken again by using coupons where they didn't limit the units by down to 1 unit per customer. So you need to make sure, guys, you're doing that. And some of you have said, well, I don't even see that option on, when I go into my listing to actually set the unit count to maximum of 1 per customer. Then you can use the flat files like Norm was just talking about. You should be able to do it there. If you don't want to do it manually, you can use Inventory Protector. It's a free tool in Helium 10, guys. All of you can use it, even whether you're a paid member or not. Just go in there and select your ASINs and select them and turn them to 1 before you promote, just to protect yourself. That said, I did see another post in there where someone said they saw something weird where they don't know if it's a glitch or maybe Amazon servers were overloaded during, because they're doing $1 million a minute or whatever. But they said they saw somebody that was able to redeem, like they did like 20 redemptions in a second or something for one of their coupons, and maybe they were able to hack it somehow. So I don't know if Amazon will fix that or if that's even a real thing, but I saw it. And by the way, guys, we saw this this is in the FBA High Rollers group. So if you're not in there, get in there. It's one of the largest Facebook groups right now, 27,000 members, 27,000 Amazon sellers. And you can get there by going to ampmpodcast.com/Facebook. And Norm's in there. I'm in there. Yeah, it's really cool. So that said, Norm, I think we need to get back to crushing it, making some money. Or sleeping.
I don't mind making money. Or sleeping.
Or sleeping. I want to get some sleep. So, but this has been awesome. I'll catch you maybe, in the next week or two, and we'll do another one of these. Sound good?
Fantastic.
Appreciate having you on, bud. As always, you're awesome.
Hey, no problem. And you are too.
Thanks. We'll talk soon.
All right. See ya.
If you've listened this far, and if you're currently selling or looking to sell on Amazon, you need to do 2 simple things right now. First, make sure you don't miss any of the weekly videos. Quickly like this video and tap that subscribe button and turn on notifications if you want to be alerted to our new videos. And second, and this is the best part, if you want to have a massive advantage over other sellers, get the Helium 10 Chrome extension for Amazon sellers, which has tons of free Amazon tools all in one place to help you. It's going to help you source and rank products, find keywords, remove negative reviews, calculate your profit margins, and so much more. Anybody not using the Helium 10 Chrome extension is at a massive disadvantage. Other services, they'll charge you for similar tools like this that are free in Helium 10. So download the Helium 10 Chrome extension right now for free at helium10.com. The link is also in the description. What other topics would you like us to cover in these types of videos? Write it in the comments below.
You've been listening to the AMPM podcast hosted by Manny Coates. For more information, insider tools, and to get the resources mentioned in this episode, visit ampmpodcast.com.